Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Hello, dog. We're playing this Demon Spawn Summoner of Ashen'Zari for Week 7 of the Crawl Sudden Death Challenge. And we are still joined by Rose, hello.
Hello, and dog.
And Dog, who's being fairly quiet, but barking a little bit. He's far enough away that it shouldn't be a big deal.
The next door neighbor's dog is on our lawn. He's not a fan.
We were doing some math about whether whether the Servant of Hell is likely to be in Tartarus or not, and I didn't really come to any conclusion in the last episode.
Because
But I was
neither
looking.
of us is actually any good at probability.
No, I'm pretty good at it. It's just hard. And I was looking. I realized I trained necromancy like way higher than I meant to. Haunt
So
is
you're
like
turning that
ultra
off.
super. Oh, is super castable, and so I was saying, oh, I should turn it off. But then I realized, like, maybe I have a Necronomicon. Maybe I should learn some of the stuff in there. Like,
Like cutting off your hand and turning it into a chainsaw. Wait.
Borgnor's Revivification. It's such a hard word, by the way.
Revivification.
No, it's got more V's in it.
No, just the ones I said. Revivification.
Yeah. It instantly restores you to full health at the cost of some permanent health. Like, that's a very strong escape spell. Or panic button. Death's
And you're
Door
probably going to need
is...
some panic buttons on the orb run, given that you're doing hard things holding the frickin' orb.
Yeah, well, yes. I would like to not have to cast Borgniors, of course. It's the spell you never want to have to cast.
Yeah, but you know you're going to need panic buttons.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, I'd like a Wand of Heal Wounds. That might be good enough. But Necromutation, like to turn into a Lich, the undead are immune to Torment, so, like, that's pretty handy. I was not really planning to Lich form my way through Tomb, but
But now
we're
that you've
getting all
learned so
this...
much necromancy,
Yeah, now that I've accidentally learned all this necromancy, it's seeming like a plausible plan. And it would simplify some of the difficult problems I was having in Hell as well. And we're just getting like a ton of experience.
it's like you're killing things in hell.
Yeah. So I think I'll actually leave necromancy on, but turn on also spellcasting
And transmutations if you wanted to do the thingamabob.
Yeah, I actually can't turn on transmutations because I don't know any transmutation spells.
Oh.
But I think it would actually be better, rather than focusing on translocations, to get charms. Death's Door
Is more useful.
is really good, yeah. I mean, well, I don't know about more useful, but I can get it sooner, just a little bit. And
Fair.
it's more flexible. Because there are some things that are problems in Lich form, like you can't cast regeneration, you can't drink potions.
Sure.
So what Death's Door does is it sets you to some small fraction of your HP, like 5% or something, and then makes you invincible for a while. And you're not allowed to heal.
Monsters that can cast it, and that's really annoying.
Yeah, I think it's just Nergal. I don't know of any others.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
some Panlords, but that would be a little weird. So I think I want to do that. And one place we haven't gone yet is Crypt. I mean, we stepped in briefly, but I left. And we're going to have
also discussing, given that we think that the serpent is in Cocytus, that you need a more renewable source of light.
Yeah. And I don't, I don't know if I'm going to find a Ring of Flight. Like, I'm going to need to go to Pandemonium to find one, I guess.
You can't possibly find one in Crypt? Or is that not a good
I could,
choice?
yeah. I mean, it's just like, you don't find a lot of loot in Crypt is all.
I see.
Yeah, a Flail of Distortion. He could abyss me, which would not be a big deal, but I'd just rather not deal with it. Oh, this is a store. Hello. Do I actually need to train spellcasting? What stuff could I forget? I have Call Canine Familiar. I arguably don't need Summon Butterflies, although it's still nice to have. Swiftness, I don't think I've cast all game. There's that Curse Skull that I ran away from earlier.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to abjure, and, like, he's going to torment me again. But I think with abjuration, yep, see you later.
That wasn't so
That's
bad.
the scariest thing in Crypt, basically, is curse skulls. And they're usually
So as
not
long
a
as you
lot of
don't run
them.
into them with other things.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess that's, we might run into Khufu or something, which would not be great.
So I was going to ask about experience.
Mm-hmm.
So if you finish out your levels, do you still get to train skills?
You do.
Okay.
The
So experience is essentially infinite, and you could train all skills to maximum if you were the most patient person ever.
Yes, I think people have done that. It continues to get more expensive to train new skills. So, like, training your first skill from level 1 to level 5, like, costs less experience than training your second skill from level 1 to level 5. Let's just abjure all this garbage. Does that get rid of the flay? Oh, it's
No.
not a summoned thing.
You could haunt it.
Oh, that's a good idea, sure.
Good job. My job is to remind you to hunt things.
Yeah. That was a good
You
job.
don't have very many hit points left.
Yeah, but they're all just flayed, and we're going to fix that in a second. See? We're doing fine.
Hooray! There's 2 books on the floor, by the way.
Yeah, but I've already been here, right? That's a book of summonings, which has abjuration in it. And Book of the Tempests, yeah. I left these in here.
Okay.
Right, done with Crypt 1. Crypt is pretty short. It's just 3 floors, and at the end there's Tomb, which we will not be entering. How much necromancy is there this game? Book of Unlife. No thanks, I guess. Noxious Black Rituals. Excruciating Wounds? No, I guess not. How about this? Yeah, see, most of this is not very interesting. Alright, fine.
That's too bad.
Potion of Berserk Rage. Stop picking those up, please. A large buff to my melee abilities is just not worth it in exchange for, like,
Not being able to cast spells. Look at
not
all
having
ghosts.
options. Yeah, not having options, really. Okay, how's this going, this fight up here?
He's about halfway down.
Okay, I am now in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah?
Wow,
No,
that
you're
went
not.
well. Apparently the ghoul only did 3 damage to me. Which I didn't realize it had been quite so much flay. So flay can't take you below, like, 20-something HP.
Good to know.
Which is a nice... Torment can't take you below 3. So that's not as useful a safety net.
No.
Another Book of Callings. It's like the 3rd one this game, I think.
Super helpful.
Yeah, you start with 1 as a summoner.
Yeah. Pretty great.
Let's just eat this bread.
Okay.
Yummy Crypt bread.
I'm sure it's still just fine.
Yeah, it's just a bit moldy.
And nothing bad has ever
I'm
happened
not
to
carrying
anyone.
my Scrolls of Remove Curse, huh?
Apparently
That's
not.
interesting.
And nothing bad has ever happened to anyone just because they ate some mold.
Yeah, it's on cheese. It's good for you.
Really depends on the mold. There's a flayed ghost.
Yeah.
Thought you'd like to know.
Yeah, I was already targeting him with Haunt, but I appreciate the reminder. Liches also immune to flaying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although, actually, I learned recently that this is only sort of true. You could never tell that it's untrue, but it turns out that the that flaying still works on you, even if you have 3 pips of negative energy resistance. But the code that the monster AI uses to determine if there's a reason to cast a spell on you says, oh, he has 3 pips of negative energy resistance. Flay won't do anything, so I won't cast it on him. But if it ever did, it would work. It's just you're... You know, it's an accident, I think. It's intended to make you immune.
Sure.
But it's just sort of a
So
funny
if somebody ever
coincidence.
fixes the AI so that it doesn't know things like that, they will have
Yeah.
a fun bug to determine the source of.
Yeah. They were discussing this in the Crawl Dev channel earlier today or yesterday or something.
So it's not like it will be a bug that they weren't anticipating.
Yeah. Menace. I am going to pass on that one.
Yeah, is Menace scary?
If you are a demon spawn, he is pretty scary. I could probably take him with, like, well, I don't know, he could silence me, which would kind of stink.
That could be a little problematic.
He's an angel, and he carries a sword of holy wrath.
There's some more moldy bread on the floor.
Oh, good.
Also, there's a vaulty thing northwest of you with books in it.
Oh, yes. That's the one with ancient liches in cages, I believe.
So possibly
Menace is here.
Menace woke up.
Menace is here. All right, let's...
Are you going to haunt him?
Let's get some help in here. Haunt? I think he's probably immune to, like, draining, and so...
All right.
The ghosts would be a little bit less impactful, but that was a good idea.
And Malign Gateway. That's the other thing that solves all your problems.
Already did that.
Okay.
I think just summon Hydra. And why? Oh, he confused everyone. Haste? Alright, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Of course, he's only lightly wounded.
He's moderately damaged.
Oh, is he now? Okay.
Yeah. But he hit me and it wasn't too bad, is what I mean.
Yay!
Why is invisibility marked as unuseful?
That's presumably curious. He can be invisible?
No. It's because Menace has a halo. That lights things up. Because he follows the Shining One, and Shining One followers get halos. Okay.
And also he's an angel.
Yeah.
I think you have Balrog.
Yes, I do. I'm just not sure what else to do now.
You could summon more Hydras.
I could. I'm thinking like Sack of Spiders, actually.
Okay.
But I can do that after I summon more Hydras. Right. Any moment I might be... Silenced, yeah. But it looks like we've got this under control.
Okay. There's an ancient champion coming. Oh, Menace is dead. Fine. You get a bunch of X for that, too.
Yeah? I didn't notice.
Yeah. Like 20% of a level or 10% of a level. Something quite noticeable. That's pretty nuts.
Does it show as a percent display for you, or is it like a progress bar, or what?
It gives me an experience level and then a next with a percent.
Okay, yeah, so it's the same
percentage of the way you are to it.
We did it! We found a wand of heal wounds! Whoa, is that Khufu or what? Oh no, that's the ancient liches, right. Let's identify this wand of heal wounds immediately. That is so important. I mean, having it identified immediately isn't important, but having it makes me feel so much better. Good. Because now I no longer have a limited supply of heal wounds. It's like unlimited with all this recharging.
That is a lot of recharging. I mean, it's still technically limited.
Yes. If I ever use it up, I'll feel somewhat embarrassed. And also be dead.
That does seem like a thing you would be, yes. Embarrassed and dead.
I'm much more likely to die before using it up. Alright, so here's the Crypt loot vault. Are there, like, what is all this stuff?
Some stuff?
Bone dragons. Alright, no,
You probably want to kill the stuff up there first, yeah. There's a ghost up there.
Yep.
Plate ghost.
Can they attack while while I can't see it?
I don't know.
Yes. Oh, but no, I can see him. So that did not answer the question one bit.
Good try, though.
Yeah. I am now being haunted. Let's abjure that. There goes the flayed ghost. Okay. Scroll is summoning. Yeah, forget it. I can already summon shadow creatures myself, even if not quite as effectively. Shadow creatures? That's a pretty good shadow creatures. And we will let out these liches one at a time rather than picking up the loot and thus causing them to be released upon us.
That seems probably wise.
I'm just like tapping tab and spacebar here. I don't know. It's not a problem.
O-tab, O-tab, O-tab!
Yep. We are now the eclecticist. Spellcasting is our highest skill, which tells me I'm not getting enough fighting and dodging. But I want Death's Door.
Well, I can't help you. You're not training fighting and dodging at all.
I know. But you don't want to spread yourself too thin all at once.
Yeah.
You want to set a goal, train for the goal, and then do something else. And if your goal is just like more of everything, you can kind of spread a little thin. But
my goal
a
is
lot of alarm traps. My goodness. This one is probably an alarm trap too.
Likely.
Maybe it already got stepped on. Oh, it's not even ancient liches. It's just a lich?
Well, at least one of them's ancient. That one's
I
ancient.
see. Yeah.
And it's just two. It's not actually four of them. I assumed there were four of them.
Nope, it's just two. Several new books. I guess we could just loot all this. We're not stepping on the loot. The Whip of Truncation. Pretty good whip, actually. That's an interesting ring. A lot of strength. That's
pretty good.
It's interesting, yeah.
Don't forget, you've got an extra finger you can wear it on.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
It's a hell of a blowgun.
It is. It's too bad I don't have like needles of paralysis lying around anywhere, do I? I'll
there's
check
at least
in a
one
second.
poison needle on this floor, I think.
Yeah, those don't matter.
Well, you could do a quick search, right, and see if there are needles of paralysis that you've seen.
Yeah, there aren't. Let's grab all these books. No. Oops. Lucky Evil Magic, huh?
Yeah.
What do you got for me, Khufu? Okay, well, there's Death's Door again.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit castable. And Dispel Undead, which would be...
useful?
It would be useful in, like, Tartarus, probably.
Okay.
Or Tomb. Wow.
Oh my goodness, my dog is making the most pathetic noises.
Let's pick up...
Yoink.
Well, let's drop that book. Let's pick up these books. Book of Party Tricks has invisibility, which I don't really need. Haste.
Haste?
I actually, yeah, that was a spell I was thinking of learning earlier. Although since I have so many wands, so many charges of the wand of haste, it wasn't really a priority, and it's still not.
All right.
Potions of Brilliance I want. And these rings, huh? I'm not really sure about them.
Like,
Uh,
electricity, poison, negative, magic, and 5 int seems awfully good.
yeah, well, we don't really need the magic. We have great magic resistance already, and we don't need the
Okay.
poison resistance. So it's really negative energy, electricity, and int, which are
Alright.
not that great when, like, compared to what we are wearing instead, right? Which, what are we even wearing anyway? Yeah, so negative energy, and we get, like, strength and dex. We lose some
Okay.
mana, but I don't know.
Well, and
I
you're
don't
wearing
really.
the regen amulet instead of, but that makes sense. So.
Yeah. And that other ring. Oh, I keep forgetting I have invisibility from that ring.
Oh, Sandy.
Yeah, a little bit. So I could kill this Ancient Lich. It would be fine. I could memorize the spell Undead, I guess.
You could
Um,
get probably a level off killing the ancient lich. Don't know if
oh,
you
that's
care.
true. I probably would. Why not? It'll be fun. He can't really do much to me, honestly.
The game thinks you need a Balrog for it.
Yeah, I'll just Abjure, and, like, he can Crystal Spear me,
Okay.
which is not very nice, but
I
yeah,
know he's dead.
not a level. What is my pack full? Oh, I picked up all these rings I don't want.
You didn't quite get a level. Only 3%.
Yeah.
Your life is suffering.
Why is an area excluded? What happened here?
That was where
Oh,
Menos was.
Menace. Yeah, alright. Oh, there's a bunch of loot over here. That's probably mostly gold. But I'm happy to find it all the same. Level 27. Give me some strength, please.
Hooray!
And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my resists now, which is the main thing. My
Right.
damage dealing capacity is, like, okay.
It turns out that the loot is mostly not even gold, it's rocks.
Yeah, there was some sort of cave-in in the tomb, apparently. Alright, we're not allowed in tomb.
Yep. That was not gold, that was rocks.
Alright, well, we made it to level 27, and we finished Tomb. So that,
Crypt.
not Tomb, Crypt. We finished Crypt. That seems like an okay spot to end the video. I don't know where we'll go next time. We'll find out. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.